Running a business is not a child's play. There are some times that the tasks might just be unending and might make you feel overwhelmed. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 7 tips without which you can never be productive as a business owner and you always feel overwhelmed. Number 5 is a life changer. To maximize your time, which in turn maximize your profit and keeps you ahead. If you're seeing this face for the first time, hi, I'm Flourish. I'm a startup advisor, and what we attempt to do in this channel is to bridge the knowledge gap on topics as revolving law, startup, and business. If that sounds like what you'd be interested in, please subscribe, like, and comment so that you can see my content whenever I post another valuable video like this. And a new subscriber, just comment, I just subscribed, so that we can welcome you officially to the family. So let's get right into the video. So the first tip we're going to be talking about that will maximize your time as a business owner, which in turn will maximize your profit and keep you ahead, is to set a routine. So what exactly is a routine? A routine is just to have a particular hour of the day or time of the day where you do a particular task, which is now consistent across different days. Consistently, you do that very regularly in a way that it creates an habit for you. So how that will make you productive as a business owner is that when you set your routine as one that revolves around your productivity as a business, doing productive tasks and all of that, when it now becomes your habit, it becomes so easy for you to be productive as a business owner. So one thing you can do to achieve this is to attach a seemingly hard task to an already existing habit of yours. Probably once you wake up in the morning, the first task you're found doing is brushing your teeth. You can attach a particular task in your business. Probably it might just be as little as listening to an audiobook on a particular topic that revolves around a problem you're currently feeling or a challenge you're currently facing in your business. It can be, okay, while I'm brushing my teeth, I'm replying to emails. While I'm brushing my teeth, you're attaching a particular seemingly hard task to a task that you do regularly to an already existing habit, right? Or probably you do a morning workout and all of those things. Just attach a particular task to that habit that you've already formed, and it makes it easy. In that way, it now makes that task now sync with that habit that you already have in a way that they now go hand in hand as a pair, as a habit. I learned this from Atomic Habits. If you've not read Atomic Habits, as a business owner who intends to be productive, endeavor to actually read that. You will thank me later. So another tip under set a routine is to also know what time of day am I most productive, right? What time of day am I most productive? And I've just recently got to discover that for females, we actually have some time of the month where we are really literally more productive and all of those things. So just set your routine, understand yourself, know yourself, do a lot of self-reflection that you know what time of the day I achieve more things and all of those things, and attach particular tasks to those days, to those time of the day, that it forms a routine for you. So it's now easy for you to actually get these tasks done and all of those things. Literally, another bonus tip is to set out rest days, right? So I'm sure you did not expect to hear this in the first tip. Literally, we're already talking about rest and it's just less than 5 minutes into the video on productivity, right? It's very important to set aside work days from rest days, right? If you don't already have a rest day, please endeavor to create one, because you can't cheat nature. You can't work and not rest, and you expect to be productive. You expect not to feel overwhelmed, right? Set aside work days. What it does for you is that you already have a knowledge of, probably from Monday to Fridays are my work days, or Monday to Thursdays. It depends on you basically and the nature of your work. Monday to Fridays are my work days. So I know that on Saturday and on Sundays, I'll be resting, totally devoid of every form of work. So on that Monday to Friday, I know that this is the only time I have to work. So it makes it easier for me to give my all to the tasks that I'm doing in a way that I give my all, I put so much focus to it, and it yields results for me. Literally, that's what productivity is all about: producing results. Literally, when you produce results, you don't actually feel overwhelmed. That overwhelming feeling is literally when you don't always results, or the results that you produce are not really satisfying for you. That's where the overwhelming feeling comes from. So to maximize your time, maximize your profit, and to stay ahead is to produce results by separating work days from rest days and maximize your rest days, right? I've already said on your rest days, you are devoid of everything related to work. No responding to emails, no checking up on clients, no running business errands, none of that sort of actions, none of that sort of tasks. You're not doing anything of that sort, but you can maximize it by probably going to see the movies. Probably if you're a movie person, you can go and see movies, or you can just stay at home and just rest. Even like having proper sleep on your rest days is so important, because your productivity is kind of really like attached to how much rest you actually give to your body, right? You can go on spa dates for ladies. You can do your beauty maintenance on these days. Just do what you love. Do something that makes you literally happy. You can attach an hobby to it or something like that on these days. Probably you love cycling. You can go out, cycle, get the fresh breeze, or take long walks if it's your thing. Walk in the park, go on small picnic dates and all of those things. Make sure you are resting on those days, devoid of every kind of rest and devoid of any kind of work, right? Or if it's also your hobby to also go to the gym, you can also still go to the gym on those days if it's something that gives you utmost joy. You can go to the gym on those days, but make sure you're doing nothing as related to work on those days. You are resting your mind, literally. That takes us to the next tip, which is define your importance, right? That something is important to me doesn't mean it's important to you. So how exactly will I know my importance, and how exactly will you know your own importance? It's just simply by knowing your goals. What exactly are my goals? What do I hope to achieve in my business? What results do I hope to produce in my business? Actually, what are my sales goals? What are my other goals? Literally, my business, your business, you create a business to make profit, definitely. So what exactly are my goals in this business that I'm doing right now? You set your goals, then break down the goals into smaller tasks in a way that you can do something every day that will bring you closer to the achievement of that goal. Then you focus on that and stick to it, right? If it's not important to the achievement of your goals, then it is not important to you. The more important it is to the achievement of your goal, the more priority you should give to that, right? Don't go around just saying what we find ourselves doing most times. We just go around saying yes to things that we don't really mean to say yes to. We just want to please the person. We don't want to hurt the feelings of the person that is making the request or something like that. And to the detriment of our own goals, we just find out that we're busy doing a lot of things, but we're not producing results. We're not being productive because these things that we are busy doing are not related to our goals. So know your importance, define your importance. You don't need to say yes to everything. There's sometimes you just need to say no politely, literally for the better good, because the thing is that you have to work on yourself first. Work on yourself first, work on your business first, because there's a point in which you work on yourself to the extent that you would have built enough momentum where you can even be able to help others too. When you keep saying yes to things that you don't mean, tasks that you don't want to do, that are not going to help you in any way, get you closer to the achievement of your goals and all of those, what it does for you to just make you feel overwhelmed because you're not producing any result as regards to your goal. That number one. If you continue doing that for the longest of time, you get that you are not even producing result for yourself. Neither will you even be producing result for the person that you are helping or the other business you're helping. That being said, we'll get to the next tip, which is to create an effective schedule in advance. So schedule your days, schedule your months, schedule your weeks, everything in advance, schedule your days in advance, schedule your months in advance, schedule your weeks in advance also, right? Because a productive business owner who wants to maximize his or her time and maximize her profits and who wants to be ahead must also think ahead. So as you are thinking ahead, you are making plans for your time ahead, right? Every single hour of your day is already accounted for. Every single week is accounted for in advance. That's the bonus tip here, right? That is what will help you to be productive, to live in your highest level of productivity, right? Is to do all these things in advance. Plan your years in advance, plan your months in advance, plan your weeks in advance. Just plan, plan, plan. You know, whenever you plan, whenever you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? It is not a cliche. It's not literally a cliche saying, right? It's not just a saying. It's actually, that's actually the truth. How best you now do this effectively? First, do that in advance. Secondly, you've already known your importance by knowing your goals. How you now schedule your time is that you break down these goals. Probably you have a yearly goal, right? You break down the goal to what can I do every month to achieve this goal, right? Then you plan for that month. You get to the month, what can I do every week to achieve this goal? You break it down. You break the tasks down to weeks. You go down to days too. What can I do every day to achieve my weekly goals? Literally, just little tiny winning bits of tasks, productive tasks here and there. That is what will increase your level of productivity. That's what will help you maximize your time and maximize your profit. Literally, so just tiny steps here and there. So once you've broken down these tasks to every single day, right, then you now have to attach a time frame to this task, right? And how you achieve that is by observing how long it normally takes you to perform such tasks, right? And just be very realistic as possible. I know some of us want to be Superman, want to be Superwoman, and want to be Supermen and Superwomen, and we just get to a task that originally would take you 3 hours to do, you will schedule 1 hour to it because you want to be flashing all of those things. While it's not bad in itself, right? While it's not bad to like subject your mind to a shorter time frame to see how far you can push yourself to achieving so much in so little time. Why that is important is that if you don't do that effectively, you just find out that you are setting unrealistic time and you're not getting any result. And that what will make you overwhelmed. Literally, is the lack of results that will make you overwhelmed. So how you get to do this is that you observe how long it will normally take you to achieve a particular task on a regular day. Probably it takes you to take you 3 hours. You found out that, oh, in the next 3 days, I'm doing this task, and I found out, oh, this particular task, it takes me 3 hours to do. You are going to schedule 3 hours to it, at least for a start. Let's just say you feel like, oh, you're being so complacent, you're being so relaxed, and all of those things. You can just reduce it by 30 minutes, probably reduce the task to 2 hours, 30 minutes, and see whether you can actually achieve this task for 2 hours, 30 minutes. If you see that you can achieve your task for 2 hours, 30 minutes, after having done that for a while, you can reduce it to 2 hours. Having done that in a while, you can do that because that one is actually an effective way to actually train yourself to actually achieve more in so little time, not just doing it in an unrealistic way, basically. And since I've been talking about schedule, attach a time frame to it. But don't do all of that in your head. Right, I met a lady one time. She told me that she has all the plans of her life right in her head. She's not really a writing person. You don't need to be a writing person to write down your schedule, to write down your goals, right? Because why? A short pen is better than a long memory. Literally, you might think you will remember everything. I mean, there are some things I go back when some things I've written down, and when I go back, I'm like, I wrote this, I wrote this, and all of those things just reminds me literally because there are a lot of things literally, as you already know, there are a lot of tasks to be done, all of those things. So you need to keep yourself in check. Write this thing down. And that brings us to our next step. That's to surround yourself with accountability tools. Yeah, surround yourself with accountability tools. Get journals, get to-do lists, get notepads, get materials where you can get to remind yourself about, where you can write down your goals. Patronize tools that can help you, like remind you of the tasks that is needed to be done. Surround yourself with it everywhere. Wherever you go, you can have a small notepad where you keep in your purse or in your breast pockets probably you're wearing a suit, or things you can literally just put in your pocket. Everywhere you can just bring it out to remind yourself of the task that needs to be done. Or it can also be digitally. You can use your digital notepad where you put your to-do list there every single day. There are different tools online. This age and time, there are a lot of tools that can make our life easier and can make us manage our time more in a more productive way. There's Google Calendar. There's actually a lot of updates on Notion, right? Notion, where people use this tool Notion to aid their productivity game. If you want a tutorial on that, I'll gladly do that. So surround yourself wherever you go, in your room, in your backpack, wherever you go, in your phone. Just surround yourself with things that you need to do that will keep reminding you of your own importance, because sometimes you get to forget. The fifth tip is be wise with your time. Yeah, in this age and time when we are stuck with the lie that time is money, which is like a mathematical English which represents time equals to money. This has been a statement we've been made to believe for the longest of time. That means our time is equivalent to the money we make, or the money we make is equivalent to our time. That is actually not it. Our time is actually greater than the money we make, because it's of more importance than the money. You can make all the money in the world, but if you don't have the time to spend it, it is actually useless, right? But we can have all the time in the world, which we can use to actually make more money for ourselves and all of those things. So time is a currency that we should trade with caution, right? I've spoken of in our first tip of having a routine, setting aside rest days. You don't want to work with no time to actually enjoy the income that you make, or no time to actually spend with your loved ones and your family members, no time to actually do what you actually love. So you don't want to spend your time just working, no time to rest, none of those things. That's why most business owners, business persons, they get overwhelmed, because you spend your time doing so many tasks, even the one that concerns your goals, the one that doesn't concern your goal. You spend your time doing every single thing, everything you're doing. But using the previous tips that we're talking about, just know you're important and everything, and be wise with your time. You've already assigned a particular time to a particular goal, to a particular task, so you should just follow suit with it. Be wise. A productive business owner is one that normalizes the idea that if this task is not important to the achievement of my goals, then it's not worth my time, right? Be very, very wise with your time. To maximize your profit as a business owner, you need to minimize distractions. If you can totally eliminate it, it's very, very perfect. Which takes us to the next step. Delegate, ask for help. Doing things that you don't like or acts that you are not good at are totally a waste of time. You want to be wise with your time, right? So feel free to ask for help. Delegate things that you're not good at. You know that you will spend so much time doing. It's not your area of specialty. Delegate to a person that can help you do it perfectly, who can help you do it well, and you can have more time in your hands. So right now you have a routine for your life. You've known your importance. You've created an effective schedule in advance. You've surrounded yourself with accountability tools that will help you keep you on your toes. You're wise with your time. You've delegated. You've asked for help. So you are literally left the tasks that are important to you. You've scheduled it and everything. So the last tip is to literally follow through. This is where there are many defaulters. You already have a routine for yourself, and you've created an effective schedule for yourself. So the best thing right now is just to follow through. It's best to have a positive attitude towards work, and to be motivated and all of those things. But what to actually get you to the productivity level you desire in your business is discipline. And discipline is just literally following through with the tasks that you plan to achieve. And I got this from John C. Maxwell in his book, Intentional Living. I also saw this video on Instagram, and this man was telling us why it is important for us to be disciplined. And he said, discipline is the commitment you have for your dream. It is ignoring something you want right now for something better later on. What he said in the video that stood out for me was that the future you is depending on the current you to keep the promises you made to yourself yesterday. Literally, that alone should gear you towards discipline, right? A mantra I stand by is, I got it from Woman Evolved, written by Sarah Jakes, and she said, a girl that wants big things won't let small things stop her. So relating this to you as a business person that wants big things. Now you want to maximize your time, you want to maximize your profit, you want to stay ahead, you want to hit your sales goals and the likes. Those big things you want, you won't let small things stop you. And these small things could be in form of procrastination. Procrastination is a killer. You've done everything. You've set a schedule. You have a routine. You've surrounded yourself with accountability tools. You are being wise. If you are being wise, it cannot even be procrastinating. But you've done all the work. You've done the excruciating. You've done the excruciating duty of writing down everything, breaking down all the goals. These things sometimes takes hours because you do a lot of critical thinking and the likes. Then you don't have follow through. You now procrastinate. I will do it tomorrow. I'll do it next tomorrow. I'll do it in the next hour. And what will actually help with procrastination is a book, 5 Seconds Rule by Mel Robbins, that just came to me. And you can also listen to several of our podcasts on the 5-second rules. Literally, that will help tame procrastination. And some distractions can also be the small things that are not related to the achievement of your goals. They are distractions. Literally, you already see them. If it's not helping me achieve my goal, this is a distraction. So don't let that small thing to stop you from achieving your big things, because you're a person that wants big things, right? Another form of small thing can be in form of setbacks, right? You can be having setbacks. Probably you are doing a lot of things, and then you are not receiving the same energy back from your business. Literally, what you want to be found doing is not to give up, right? Do not give up. Everybody that ever won in life, if they had given up, they won't have won. Probably they gave up, but they came back again. So just keep at it. Don't give up when you face challenges and all of those things. Just rest. Have a rest day. Then you come back again. Because those goals are big enough. Are bigger than whatever challenge that you're facing. Those goals are bigger than whatever spirit of procrastination that wants to be manifesting in your life. Those goals are bigger than whatever distractions that you might be facing. Literally. So that excuse, that distraction that keeps you further away from the attainment of your goal is that small thing. So treat it as that small thing and crush it and being extra. Literally. So we've come to the end of this video. So we've spoken about the tips of productivity. We spoke about the first tip, having a routine, where I said separate work days from rest days. That's the bonus point there. That's the major point under there. We also spoke about, when we spoke about setting a routine, we also spoke about know your own importance. What's important to me might not be important to you. Define it and stick to it. The third tip, set an effective schedule in advance. That in advance, there is the bonus tip there. Just do it in advance. That will set you as apart. That will keep you ahead. The first thing is surrounding yourself with accountability materials. Surround yourself with journals. Surround yourself with tools, digitally and manually, that will help you keep you on your toes. Then the fifth one is to be wise with your time. Be wise with your time. Don't equate time to money. Time is actually greater than money. So be wise with your time. Then the sixth one is to delegate. Ask for help. You can't do everything on your own self. So delegate so that you have more time, and ask for help so that you can be more productive. People that can produce more results than you. You are not good at something. Give it to somebody that is good at it to get it done. What is business owner? You're not good at graphic design. You spend 5 days on one graphics when you can give. Let's not go there, but delegate and ask for help. Then the sixth and the most important tip in this video, 5 will save your life, but 7 is the most important. Follow through. That's where discipline comes in. Literally. So if you watched up to this moment, you're a star. If you have any question, please endeavor to ask it in the comment section below, or you have any other tip that I did not mention in this video that you think is very integral for the productivity of a business, please let us know and just enlighten us in the comment section. Please be free to do that. You can also comment what you learned in this video. I would love to see it. Also, share this family to your loved ones and family members. Like, and if you've watched up to this video and you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't bite. Button, and we'll see in the next one.